We seem to be in a time where we've had a resurgence of spider movies. We recently had Sting, we have Arachnophobia 2 coming out in a little while, and now there is a new one coming to Shudder in a few hours, I believe, called Infested. This is a French spider horror film where Sting was a sort of almost family-friendly but really gory, has I guess lightened moments to bring a levity to allow you to breathe. This film does the opposite of that. It's not funny at all, and it's really intense pretty much the whole way through. It's very close quarters shots because it's basically a council sort of house. We have a bunch of young dudes and people living in an apartment. One guy in particular is very much into looking after exotic animals, and he happens to get a spider, and then things go wrong from there. If you remember the most intense close quarter shots in Arachnophobia, the small bits of the crawling on people, you get that in this film, but you get it in real life as well, because they've taken real spiders and done amazingly horrible things. If you are scared of spiders at all, but you have a morbid curiosity about horror films with spiders, sort of like me, then you will find this particular film extremely scary. I let out a few yelps in this film. Nobody's around me, but I wasn't expecting it. There are a few jump scares, which is cheap, but the way the jump scares are done is done really well. And then there are genuine scares because I was saying things like, nope, 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 nope. No, a variety of different sizes spiders in this, and there are a few hundred, maybe a few thousand spiders in this as well. There is a technique that is used in this film with light and the timing of switches. Now here in the UK we do have a lot of this, I'm sure you do as well wherever you're from, where they're trying to save electricity. So in certain buildings there will be this timing either on a physical timer or a button you got to push. I've been to many apartments where the button kind of goes slowly out, takes about 30 seconds. They use that mechanic in this to have lights where people are walking in a small corridor. They're trying to avoid spiders and things, or wondering if they are spiders, and then the light will go out because they haven't walked across quick enough and they're in complete darkness. So the use of light in really tight spaces in this makes for a really intense ride. Now for me, the first two halves of this film were excellent. The latter half got a bit more unbelievable and less scary for me, but I understand what they were doing. They were going bigger and crazier, and eventually you kind of just get used to the horror and the intensity of it. You kind of go numb to it, especially when they go more kind of fantastical in the spider area. But the first two halves of this film were really intense, and the camera selection of the shots of the close quarters, not combat, just survival, is really good. And there's really unique ways of people dying and grossness that you will find in this, and that's what I really liked. It's a film that doesn't outstay its welcome. It knows what a three-tiered arc is and sticks to that formula really well. And when you get those beats, once the film starts, after it's set up the initial story of why we're there, how the spider got there, and our side sort of character bad guys, without doing spoilers, I think you will love a few characters dying and you will be sad of a few characters dying, but you will also be grossed out even if you don't mind spiders because of the way it's shown. So definitely one to check out. I thought this was excellent. I would watch it again if I didn't find eight-legged freaks terrifying. So I'm going to give this 4 Nicolas Cages out of 5.
You got one.
Let me know, are you going to watch this on Shudder? Have you heard of it? Maybe you caught it at the film festival. I don't know. But for me, I was glad and not glad to have watched this. Thanks so much for watching. But most of all, until next time, remember, live long and Tuesday. Still looking around in the corners now and wondering where they are.